they inquire, and if doubt is there, they record the reasons. Now, given what happened to Manish Sisodia, do you think the defense has a case to make that when it comes to these summons, it was only a ploy to arrest Arvind Kejriwal, as he has been pointing out?
Yes, that's been their stance right from the first day. When he was sent the first set of summons, assembly elections were due, and then he said that your summons are illegal and I'm not appearing. I think lessons were not being learned from Hemant Soren's case also. Similarly, Hemant Soren had been sent summon after summon. He went to court after court, the lower court, the high court, did not get any relief. Finally, he conceded that he is agreeable to answer questions of Enforcement Directorate, but he said, come to my residence in Ranchi. For Arvind Kejriwal, he went a step further. He said, I am willing to answer questions via video conferencing. So he did not want to meet the ED officials at all. Yesterday, legal options finally ran out because after the Delhi High Court refused to give any interim protection, the ED sleuths landed at Kejriwal's residence with a search warrant. During the course of searches, the arrest memo was given to him around 9 o'clock. So I think after summon number 2 or 3, Kejriwal would have realized that now it is too late because already ED would cite my non-compliance as proof that I was not being cooperative and therefore custodial interrogation was required. But right now inside the courtroom, ASG SVS Raju is just on the remand application as to why Kejriwal was arrested. All the points that I have made, expect the defense to list them out when their turn comes inside the courtroom.
And the latest that's coming in, Arunima, please stay with us. Now, the Enforcement Directorate has said the role of Arvind Kejriwal is the kingpin of this entire scam. That is the pitch of the Enforcement Directorate being made by Additional Solicitor General Raju in front of the Rouse Avenue Court. Now, Additional Solicitor General Raju has said the Chief Minister of Delhi is the kingpin and key conspirator in demanding kickbacks from liquor businessmen. That is the latest development coming in from the Rouse Avenue Court. And Arunima, continuing with your point and something that Anvit raised as well, in this 10-day custody, if that is granted to the Enforcement Directorate, this clearly shows that there is a high likelihood that he could be confronted with K. Kavita to lay out the money trail, especially when it comes to the role of the South Lobby.
Exactly what we have been reporting since day one, that the opposition, the BJP in Delhi, believes that it is Arvind Kejriwal who was the mastermind behind the entire excise policy. That was the charge made subsequently by the probe agencies also, but CBI did not take it further because there was no evidence forthcoming at the stage when Kejriwal was questioned by CBI. ED, however, has gone ahead and inside the courtroom they have now named in the remand application, they have named Arvind Kejriwal as the kingpin, as the mastermind. As the Chief Minister, as the head of the cabinet, he cannot escape responsibility. And the fact that Vijay Nair this we pointed out, that Sameer Mahendru in his testimony to the Enforcement Directorate, in his statement to the Enforcement Directorate, said that Vijay Nair made me speak to Arvind Kejriwal over a video call, and there Arvind Kejriwal told me Vijay Nair is my boy. So that is one proof that SGS Raju is reading out inside the courtroom. He is also pointing out that Vijay Nair was no ordinary Aam Aadmi Party worker. He was not just the media in charge of the social media coordinator for Aam Aadmi Party. He was in fact given a house which was actually allocated to a cabinet minister. Kailash Gehlot's house was given to Mr. Nair, which was right next to Arvind Kejriwal's residence. So essentially the case that is being built by the Enforcement Directorate is Nair was the actual person working at the behest of Arvind Kejriwal, carrying out all that Arvind Kejriwal was instructing him to do. And since there is so much evidence that Nair suggested the tweak to the excise policy, suggested that 100 crore bribe amount be paid, and he was the go-between the Delhi government and the excise policy and the South Group. That case has already been built by the ED. Now they are only trying to link that Nair was doing all of this because Kejriwal was asking him to do so.
Absolutely, and Arunima, as you are pointing out, now ASG Raju has also said in court that Vijay Nair acted as the middleman between the Aam Aadmi Party and the South Group. So the Enforcement Directorate hammering the point that Arvind Kejriwal is the kingpin when it comes to the entire Liquorgate scandal, primarily creating that nexus with the South Group, of which K. Kavita was a part. We will continue to track all the developments coming in from the court, ladies and gentlemen. For now, a quick break. More news and updates on the other side.